Hey guys, it's Levi09, and today I got something very cool to show y'all. Ow! So I set up a poll a few days ago for voting, and you guys voted Olympic class. Now I couldn't think of anything to do with my plushes, and I was thinking about doing a stop motion, but that would just take too long. So, I thought I'd show you guys this. Okay, so this is basically, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's basically a collection of Titanic replica stuff. There's all sorts of stuff in here. So, yeah, let's open it up. It's all about the Titanic here in this bag. I got this bag as a Christmas gift by a friend. Okay. This is really cool. You'll like this. Okay, so Titanic stuff, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't give the best intro, but still. Launch ticket. The launch of Titanic's hull was witnessed by over 100,000 people. Paperwork, passenger booklet, the daily graphic, second class dinner menu, Titanic poster, fold-out leaflet, and miscellaneous images. So, yeah, this is going to be pretty cool. I don't want to spoil too much. But yeah, there you go. And time to get into the stuff. So the first thing we got is the Daily Graphic newspaper. And I want to say, I don't know how accurate this is, because if you, a lot of the newspapers from 1912 talking about the Titanic are horribly inaccurate. Some will say there were 1,600 souls aboard, and only 306 made it out alive. Or some will say 800 made it out alive. And they're just awfully inaccurate to what actually happened. But I hope this one's accurate. You got the Daily Graphic, Saturday, April 20th, 1912, sorry. There's a nice picture of the Olympic. Yes, I said Olympic because I know by the windows. Yeah, a lot of people get mixed up with the Olympic and Titanic. If you want to know the difference, Olympic did not have closed-in fronter, more front windows, but Titanic did. But yeah, you got Titanic in memoriam number, 1 penny. Nice. Yeah, so let's look inside. Yep. A reprint of all the original newspaper. And am I gonna read all this off to you? Of course not! But you can pause it. I think if this looks good enough, I don't know, I don't know. Yeah, I can't get this close enough. But so if you guys want to read this newspaper, you gotta buy this. But yeah, there's Captain Smith on the Titanic. Very sad. People. And there's the Carpathia at the bottom. Also, why is it doing this? Oh, let's flip the other way. You got rooms inside the Titanic. Awesome. There's, Mr. Frederick Fleet, I think. No, he was the one. I'm sorry. G.G. Phillips, the one who signaled help for when the Titanic was sinking. Another look at the Carpathia, and the people all looking at you like you're some kind of insane maniac. There's the Titanic, I can tell by the windows, and people learn. So, yeah, pretty nice. Next, we got this awesome little pamphlet. This is the White Star Line. I don't know. It just says White Star Line. But it has literally every single first-class member that was on the ship. Let's look for Mr. and Mrs. Astor. Are they in there? Yep. Astor. Nice. And you can see where it's reprinted, the staples rusted, the paper. This is awesome. You can see where it's folded too. This is pretty awesome. Now, I don't know if this was like what passengers would get on the Titanic and this was just floating in the ocean and that's why it rusted. I don't know what that was, but very cool. Next, we got another really cool thing. Olympic 45,000 tons and Titanic 45,000 tons. The largest streamers in the world. And take a guess of what this is. Look at that. It literally shows all the rooms. Can you focus? Okay, yeah. All the rooms of the Titanic, including the grand staircase. And the boiler rooms. The engines, the propellers. This thing is just awesome. And the funnels. One of the coolest things in this thing. Yeah, I don't know how to say. I don't know. White Star Line, triple screw Royal Mail streamers, Olympic and Titanic, the largest vessels in the world, it says. And you can see the luxury inside of them. Fun fact, did you know that the famous picture of Titanic's grand staircase is not Titanic's? Yeah, it's Olympics. There was only 2 cameras brought aboard the Titanic, and only one guy used the camera to take pictures. He took all the pictures on the Titanic that you know of. And he was not allowed to go onto the grand staircase. So, yeah, it's Olympics grand staircase, but it looks exactly like Titanic's. But we do have Titanic's grand staircase statues, so that's cool. Here's a launch ticket, so here's your ticket that for some reason they decided to make it booger green. And, yeah, here's your launch ticket to the Titanic. This is valuable. We won't lose this. Well, anyway, this is pretty cool, too. We got this instrumental paper. I don't know what that sludge, that junk on that paper is, but it's the song Nearer My God to Thee. The song that the band members of the Titanic played while the Titanic sank. That is very cool. Here, you can follow that if you want on violin. You can pause and follow it. And here are the lyrics. You can pause and do those. Yeah. You got this second class Titanic meal. Again, you can pause. And I really want to try some of the stuff on this. You got consomme tapioca. You got sharp sauce. I don't know what that is. You got curried chicken and rice. That sounds good. Spring lamb, mint sauce. Never had mint sauce. Roast turkey, cranberry sauce. Sounds good. Pureed turnips. You got boiled rice, boiled and roast potatoes. Plum pudding. Wine jelly. American ice cream. Nuts assorted. Fresh fruit, cheese, biscuits, coffee, and the legendary coconut sandwich. I want to try coconut sandwich. Oh, and he also got, I think, first class meal, too. Pretty cool. Do you want to know how big the Titanic truly was? Look at this. Surpassing the greatest buildings and memorials of Earth, the largest and finest streamers in the world, Olympic and Titanic. You can see, you got the Bunker Hill Monument in Boston, Washington Monument, the Grand Pyramid of Giza, St. Peter's Church, all sorts of famous landmarks compared to the Titanic. Quite huge. This is one of my favorite things. The new RMS Starliner, RMS Titanic, is the Titanic. Yeah, the Titanic. Everyone knows the Titanic. RMS Titanic is the largest vessel in the world. It is not only the size, but also the luxury of her appointments that the Titanic takes first place among the big streamers of the world. By the provision of Vanoia Auto Oilet Soap for first-class passengers, the Titanic also leads as an offering of highest standard of toilet luxury and comfort at sea. Vanoia Auto Oilet Soap is the perfect for sensitive skins and delicate complexions. Its rich cleansing lather soothes and softens for more regular oilet use. There is no soap more delightful. Vanoia Company Toilet soap is hand washing soap, if you didn't know. I wonder how many fish were poisoned as the Titanic went down and the soap was down at the wreck and the fish went to the wreck. You got this guy on a pink card that has a little punch hole through it. This is some kind of paperwork that people would fill out. Speaking of paperwork, you got all these people's paperwork that you had to sign for the Titanic. Think of this. All this paperwork, all this reading, this stamping, this writing with the pen. Another stamp of approval. You gotta write more paperwork. You gotta look at even more of this paperwork and make sure you sign it and get it a nice stamp of approval on it. You gotta sign all of this paperwork, only for you to almost or even just lose your life. What a scam! Titanic disaster. A memorial service. This was to sign the poster for the memorial service that was going to be held at Titanic, and just like everything in 1912, the memorial, like the gravesite, the tombstones, very inaccurate. It misspelled people's names, didn't include their full names, and yes, people still do know, like, there's this guy named Jack D, and no, it wasn't Jack Dawson. Jack Dawson isn't real, even though a lot of people believe he was. It was Jack something else, but it wasn't Dawson. You got White Star Line's Titanic Clean Ocean, Wednesday, April 10th. Anywho, you got this letter, which I cannot read. Who is going to understand this? I mean, I can read cursive, but this just looks like a whole bunch of scribbles. But yeah, you can read that letter if you want, if you can. But yeah, it's nice that Titanic gave you postcards. Anyway, next, if you're wondering why I'm speaking so fast, it's because I'm running out of film. So you got this Titanic pictures, the miscellaneous pictures. That's Olympic! Whatever. At least you still got, I don't know what ship that is. I don't know what those windows are. Do you see that? I don't think you can see that, but can you see that? Those windows? I have no freaking idea. Oh, there's Olympic at the back. Yep, there's the picture of the grand staircase I was talking about. That's Olympics. Junk at the back. You got Titanic's big old propellers. Got people in the lifeboats, which I'm pretty sure this is just a screenshot from Titanic the movie. I don't think people actually took pictures of passengers. There's Titanic, the real Titanic. Do you know there's actually like only 7 pictures of the real Titanic taken on the outside? Yeah, so there's Olympic. Oh, a colorized picture of the gym. That's pretty cool. I like that. And a bedroom. Very nice. You got a nice picture of the captain. Captain E.J. Smith, and I believe that is his room. Nice. You got this picture of 2 Titanics. How can they